Welcome to the Interior Design Podcast. I'm Hayley Roy, a commercial interior designer with a passion for creating beautiful functional spaces. Over the years, I've worked on a variety of projects and I've accumulated a wealth of knowledge which I'm excited to share with you. I started this podcast because I believe in the power of interior design. So much of what we need to know as designers, you won't learn in a classroom. Whether you're an aspiring designer, tackling your home project, or a seasoned pro, this podcast is for you. Season 2 is here and I couldn't be more thrilled to kick things off with some fresh energy and exciting changes. This season, I'm joined by not one, but two incredible co-hosts, Hannah Denny and Scarlett Mallet. Together, we're diving deeper into the world of design to bring you more perspectives, lively debates, and all the tips and tricks you need to thrive. We're here to offer practical advice, discuss the latest trends, and give you unfiltered, real-world insights. Expect honest conversations, a bit of humour, and maybe even the occasional strong opinion and language. Remember, if it's not fun, we're not doing it. And if you're a sound editor looking for a fun collaboration, let us know. We'd love to have you on board. Thanks for tuning in to Season 2 of the Interior Design Podcast. We are live at the HRC show, and we have got our beautiful stage that we've designed. Yeah. Our stand is over there. So I'm Hayley Roy.
I'm Scarlett Mallet. And I'm Hannah Denny.
And we work at Harp Design. I'm a commercial interior designer and project manager.
I am also a commercial interior designer and a project manager.
And I am executive assistant designer and project manager.
We've all been designing restaurants for years, haven't we? I've been designing restaurants for 20 years. And you guys have all got experience as well. And we were just talking about it when we were saying that one of the things that we bring is that we all have experience in hospitality as well. And that's such a really important thing as a designer.
Key element.
And I've worked with loads of interior designers who've not had that experience and they just don't get it. Yeah. So it's one of the things that we bring as a team, isn't it?
Yeah. What kind of hospitality experience have you had, Hayley?
Well, all of my family have worked in hospitality at one point or another. My mum's a chef, my sister's a chef, my grandparents and my auntie have run pubs. Okay. So I've kind of been brought up in the industry really, and always being a waitress somewhere, and then I worked on super yachts.
Yeah. Okay.
So how about you, Sky?
I have worked in a number of bars and restaurants that were quite like a small business. Like there was only, for instance, one of them in a little village. And I feel like working in that restaurant gave me so much knowledge because it was literally only had about 10 tables. You have got to be like on it all the time and really fast of what you do. So working in that industry, and especially in a really small business, I feel like gave me so much experience. What about you, Hannah?
So I used to be a wedding and events planner. So we worked in lots of different venues and marquees and hotels and everything. So I feel like I have got the knowledge when it comes to actually the running of things and what works and what doesn't. So then furniture manufacturing, and then here we are today. So.
And I've got a business degree and I've always run a business and I love the whole return on investment aspect of the design. So, don't specify putting really expensive stuff because you're never going to pay for it.
No.
And the whole idea of running a restaurant is to run a business to make money. So
exactly.
I love it. So
Fun fact
is our fun fact of the day. The National Restaurant Association estimates a 20% success rate for all restaurants. About 60% of restaurants fail in their first year of operation and 80% fail within 5 years. That's a huge amount.
I feel like working as an interior designer and working in this industry, I feel like that isn't too surprising to me. I feel like, especially imagine that percent rate when COVID came about, like...
Oh, God, yeah. A lot of people went busty COVID.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think it's really easy.
Easy.
And it's not. It's really hard work. And you've just got to have it with people.
And you've got to get it right.
Yeah. And the staff aspect of it is really difficult because, there's loads of staff issues with the hospitality industry at the moment. Getting and keeping the right staff. And there's so many aspects to it. But what we're trying to do today is we're trying to change that.
Yeah.
We want
to help.
more restaurants succeed.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to design a restaurant and some of the secrets that we can share with you. So, restaurant, brand, and interior design. One of the things that we do as a business is we do brand workshops, brand identity workshops, and what we do is we work with startup businesses and we work with businesses that
I've already got a brand.
have already got a brand and they're rebranding and they're updating and they're tweaking. So what we do is we go through a design a process of making sure that whatever brand that you've got speaks to the end user. It's got purpose. It's got personality.
Yeah.
It's fun. People like it. People are attracted to it. And then what we do when we go through the interior design process is we put all of that brand all the way through the design.
Yeah.
So it speaks to the client at every single moment. The end user is getting all these little moments of truth where everything links back to the brand. Making sure that you get all those little moments of truth is really, really important. And I think there's a lot of people who don't get that right. And I think that's where some of those figures are coming from, because people just don't think about it. They just kind of go, oh, I think I'm going to just like serve food and great service. And then if people are sitting on a really uncomfortable seat all night.
And it's cold, and the decor's like too dull and it suppresses you.
There's a light in the face, you know.
There's so much that goes into designing and running a restaurant. I mean, for instance, we are sitting, like Hannah was just saying, talking about the bright light. We're sitting on the stage that we have designed, which is all based around neurodiversity. But I feel like the elements of neurodiversity can be added to anywhere. I mean, the lighting we've used is a low, timid, warm light, so it doesn't kind of have that bright white light affecting your eyes that is too in your face. I mean, so it makes you feel more calmer in the interior. And I feel like you don't just apply it to places where people struggle. It can be applied to anywhere and also make it such a welcoming and warm, comforting environment.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the things about brand is that kind of tying it all back.
Yeah.
You must tie it all back to that brand. Yesterday, I was saying that actually, as a design practice, we don't have a personality in terms of, we don't have a style.
No.
A lot of interior designers have got this style, and you go and people choose that designer because they want that style. We are not like that. If you look on our website, we've got like all different projects, all different like brands, and you know, different people doing different things. And what we do, and I said to this guy yesterday, I'm a massive people pleaser.
Yeah.
I just want my client to be really happy.
Yeah.
And I'm really bad at designing for myself because I have no idea what my style is. I like attach myself to a brand or to a person, and I like literally try and make everything tie back to that.
Yeah.
I feel
exactly
like
what to
we're
do.
like chameleons.
Yeah.
And you can kind of, the more that we kind of hang out with someone and spend time with them in like meetings and stuff, we almost like merge into like
They're part of
Cool.
It's literally, we get to know them, we hang out with them so much that we develop their personality and what they want. But it's like Hayley was saying though, me personally, I cannot design my own house for me.
No.
Like I can't. And I know
It's difficult, isn't it?
It's so difficult because it's actually looking at and thinking
We
about
couldn't even
what
paint
you
the office.
actually want. I know. We couldn't even
All
all
that we've
start
got,
on that.
didn't we? Whites.
Which is so crazy for us, like, because we're interior designers. but
Constantly doing
it's-
it.
You constantly do it and you cannot decide.
What's the first secret then? What are we giving away?
I think if you're designing a restaurant, you start off with sitting down and really analysing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Who's your market? What are the words that describe your brand?
Yeah.
Like, have you got a logo? If you have, does that logo really speak to the people, or if that name really speak to the people that you're going to be serving?
Yeah.
Do you want that logo as like a really big feature throughout the interior, or do you want it kind of as a footnote in a way?
Yeah,
It won't
absolutely. You know, it might be the interior speaking, but you start off really analysing and you ask yourself a lot of questions. Who are we? to be or not to be? That is
Yeah,
the
good
question. So you write down a list of lots of words, who you are, what you want to be. Then you write down another list of all the words you do not want to be. And you make sure that everything you do, it falls into the to be category.
Yeah.
And what happens is that creates a business plan. That is, who are we? What are we going to do? You just have to write down lots of words. And it will tell you what kind of uniform to have, what kind of staff training you need. It's going to do everything.
Sometimes when you've been doing the brand workshops that you do that list, and that to-do list sometimes gets the name of the business as well.
We did one in Stratford recently where, I mean, everyone that we do, it does this, where you just have this light bulb moment. In the middle of the brand workshop, you're like, yes, that's it. If you're looking for a logo or a name of a restaurant. And I've done it myself. I started up a business with Cheryl when she did Rebel Designs. And we sat down and did the branding workshop with with a bottle of wine. And it was just so good. And you always come out of that branding workshop really pumped because you've got that brand and you know who you are when you're walking out the door. It's fantastic. So it's really, really important to start there. So that's the first secret. Moments of truth. Develop those moments of truth. Those moments, I got this expression from a book that was written by Starbucks called The Starbucks Experience. And if anyone's got a hospitality business, I would urge you to read this book. It's brilliant. Moments of truth are those little moments that customer has when they walk through the door in your restaurant, from how they're greeted to what the fabric feels like on their furniture, to what flooring feels like under their feet,
the smells,
what it smells like the whole experience,
the ambience,
the ambience of all of that. But it's moments of truth, and it's all about creating those moments of truth. You can make those moments of truth happen. If you're owning a restaurant, all you have to do is focus on that to get every single moment that person is in your restaurant to really buy into what you're doing, and it all has to link back again to the brand.
I feel like them moments of truth are really important as well for someone to remember the restaurant. So them to, for instance, have a specific food or go into a different place and go, this feels, or like the atmosphere or the smell is exactly like that place. It's making your restaurant be known and like making people remember it. I feel like it's such a key element.
A lot of people will not know what it is, but it won't
brings them
if
back.
Something's wrong, it won't feel right. It might be we'll walk into a restaurant and we can see it, you know, we know what the recipe is to build it, but most people will just go, didn't really like it.
The food was okay,
it just doesn't feel right, you know, and that's why. It's because something isn't lining with the brand.
It's really important about branding and getting to know someone. But also when we were going on about how to develop your brand and how to make that flow throughout your restaurant, one thing that we do, all of us as a team as well, is we get to know our client, and we always say that we really enjoy negative feedback. Because if
you're like being brutally honest,
I love it. It did me. I love it.
It's like when I meet a client and I'm showing them some ideas. If you don't like that, don't agree with me. You need to tell me. Otherwise, this is not going to feel like your brand. This is not going to feel like your place. And that.
Yeah, honesty is such a main, such a big part of it.
People will be able to feel that. Do you get what I mean? People will feel that you do not have that enjoyment of the restaurant because it's not the outcome that you wanted.
You need to pick holes in it. And this is the same in any business. You need to pick holes in what you're doing, because if you don't, someone else will. You know. So what's wrong with it? Why isn't it quite right? What is it about that it doesn't feel right? You know. But the key design elements are lighting, furniture, colour, flooring, and compliance. So. With lighting, we talked about lighting and how
it makes you feel.
If you've got, for me, when I design lighting in a restaurant, I over-engineer it. In a restaurant, it needs to be clean, so you have to have light so you can clean, so you can get in all those nooks and crannies and make sure it's right. You also have to create ambience. Ambience is very important. Ambience. But you have to create that ambience.
Yeah.
It is ambience, not
Yeah.
ambiance. I was being French, wasn't I?
Yeah, it's because I said it earlier. Like that.
So you've got to create it, and you've got to use a lot of different types of light to do that. You've got to make sure that people can see what they're eating, but you've also got to have it so it's warm.
Yeah.
And please, unless you don't want people to stay very long in your restaurant, don't put white light in there,
No.
daylight. That's for an office, so
Yeah.
you can see clearly. Yes, you can put white light and daylight in there if you're going to turn it off during service.
Yeah.
Because you can use it for cleaning. Ability to change.
That's what is important, is the ability to change the lighting.
Yeah, so have them dimmers.
Yeah, so for instance, we designed a restaurant. I'm not too sure if they went for this in the end, but me and Hayley worked together to redesign a restaurant in our local town, which is called North Hill Noodle Bar. And we said to them, have that warm, neutral lighting that everyone loves when they're eating. But also, you can have that dimmer and that switch that changes to white lighting for when you're cleaning. It's having that balance. I mean, you don't always have to have that bright white lighting, but I mean, if you have the budget for it, it's such a good element. So make sure that
You can buy
everything is...
You can buy spotlights that go from cold to warm.
Yeah.
Now, so you don't have to have 2 lots of lighting.
Right.
You can have
No.
1 lot of lighting that you just turn on.
We have a supplier we work with called IBL Lighting, who have actually sponsored the stage for the show and us.
Hi, Charlie.
And,
Hi, Charlie.
and they are amazing. And we have worked with them so many times. They just have we have the best outcome with them when it comes to lighting.
Furniture has got to be comfortable or not. If you don't want people to stay
Yeah.
very long, North Hill Noodle Bar, they don't want people to stay. They want to turn their tables.
Yeah.
And they do. They turn their tables 5 or 6 times. People
Really
go in
quick.
there for a quick dinner
Yeah.
before the theatre, whatever it is, have hard seats. Pizza Express do this, so they can turn the tables 3 or 4 times in the evening. So
It's the outcome of what you want
Yeah.
for your business.
Yeah, make if you're looking for somebody to stay all night, make those chairs really
Yeah.
comfortable. Make the tables bigger, so it's lovely.
Yeah.
Also, I think in regards to furniture as well, it's the layout of it and how it works for your staff to be able to get around.
Yeah.
If tables are too tightly packed together and you've got a waiter's like bottom in your face when you're trying to sit there and have a meal with your friend or your partner or whoever. It's not a nice experience. So yeah, the layout and furniture it comes as one. I think
That's something that's really interesting, because everyone has different elements of design that they don't enjoy when going to a restaurant or when going out. For me, one place that I just don't like the layout completely is Wagamama. I don't like that seating where you are so close
to the next
to the next person. Like, I always think, like, somehow maybe add a screen or have that separate table. I don't want to be right next to someone in their
you
face.
don't know. Yeah.
But the noodle bar is actually tied to them Wagamamas, but the way that they do it is with lights.
It's with light. Yeah,
Because
that's what
they
I mean.
bring the light really low, and your light is here
On your table.
Yeah, on your table next to you. Sorry, all for the people who are listening, but you're kind of going into like a little triangle of light, so you don't feel like you're really
Next to
close to the person next to you. So it's really clever design that makes it feel better than that. And screens are brilliant.
Yeah.
Pats people in. But you put 2 people next to each other.
Yeah.
And a screen.
And they can be like this. Yeah.
Yeah, and literally touch next to each other. And they don't know they're there because there's a screen there. So
But also, what North Hill Noodle Bar done is, instead of having that long seating,
Like Harry Potter style seating.
yeah, they literally just broke it up into little elements. It was still just as close, but you had that breakage where you felt that gap. You felt away from them people. And I feel like that is so important. It's like such a small detail, but can make the biggest difference. For me,
Definitely. Colour. Look into the psychology of colour when you're looking at doing your
LRVs.
branding
So
and all your
important.
colours. Yeah, absolutely. LRVs, it comes under compliance as well. So we've got another podcast on LRVs with Dawn Scott from Dulux, which was really informative. But it's just about making sure that anyone who's visually impaired can navigate. So to do that, you have to have floors and walls and ceilings that are contrasted accordingly.
Yeah.
And the LRV podcast can educate a bit more about that one. I'm not going to go into it now, but But that kind of thing is really, really important. But also the psychology of colour around your brand. So you might have a brand that's a certain colour, but also, but your interior is really important as well. So building your brand, so you've got those secondary colours as well. So you might have a green logo, but you might have blue, orange, and yellow in the secondary colours.
Yeah.
And
You don't
make
have to
those
use that
rules.
logo as your colours everywhere, do you?
Yeah.
And make those rules for yourself in everything you do. So marketing and everything. We're going to get kicked off here in about 8 minutes. So we need to fasten up with this. And compliance. We've got building control now. The Building Safety Act has come in recently, so that's all a bit of a problem.
One thing that whenever I say to someone, I constantly get asked this question. Whenever I say to someone, "Oh, I'm an interior designer," they go,
Kate, sir.
"What is the first thing you design? Have you got a base?" And I'm like, I used to say that it was flooring. And then I would say, "Oh, no, it's the paint colours." But I actually don't think you have a base at all. I think you can start from anywhere and then just go along.
I'm really sorry to interrupt this, but unfortunately, the rest of this recording didn't work. So what we're going to do is we are going to record the rest of it in the studio. Hello, welcome back. Hannah and I are in the studio now because we had a few technical problems at the HRC, so we're going to finish off.
We are.
So sorry about that. Sorry, Scarlett's not here. She's on holiday.
She's sunning herself, isn't she?
Yeah, we miss you, Scarlett. Miss you. So where were we? We were talking about key design elements.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about hard seats in restaurants.
Yes.
And how that creates an environment where people move their butts out of the seat because they're not comfortable. But I think a successful restaurant. So what is a successful restaurant?
Well, it depends, doesn't it? I think that it all comes down to service, the aesthetics of the place, the environment and how it makes you feel. And obviously the food has got to be wonderful.
I think there's three. There's like your environment, the food, and the service.
Yeah.
Or food or drinks or whatever it is you're serving. So I think that then, and somebody to run the business.
Yeah.
Who can run a business and knows how much to charge and everything else. And I think that will then make you successful. But in terms of design, so we've only got the control of the aesthetic.
Yes.
But if you've got nice aesthetics, you get nice staff.
Yeah.
Because it's a nice place to work.
Exactly, yeah.
And if you get nice aesthetics, people just feel better when they walk in. So with the lighting, if you've got a light shining in your face.
Yeah.
We said that, didn't we?
Yeah, and actually we went for lunch, didn't we, the other day, and there was a spotlight right in my eyes, and I was like, oh, this isn't very comfortable.
We
and
were
then
in Dishoom.
yeah,
I was really surprised,
you asked you asked to move tables, didn't you? And I was like, I'll be fine. I'll put up with a migraine.
I actually just wanted to see another part of the restaurant. We went in Dishoom the other day.
We did.
Nice.
It was
That's
like
a
the food.
successful
Yeah,
restaurant.
food was amazing, and the queue out the door as well. At like what time was it? About 3:30 on a Tuesday. So they're definitely doing something right, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I love their interior design. It's just there's just so much of it.
Yeah.
It's just a lot going on.
A lot going on. Yeah, lots to look at on the walls and stuff.
I think that's what it is. It's with the aesthetics. It's about making it interesting. So another thing that's really important is colour and what that psychology of the colour means. So, like, if you put dark blue walls and make it really oppressive, people aren't going to want to stay.
No.
That's to make it really in keeping with the brand and make people feel like they're really welcome.
Yeah.
I think you can do that with an interior.
Yeah, definitely.
And with people like to be told what to do. So I always use things like flooring to designate certain areas. I like using chevrons to direct people in and out.
Secretly as well, so
Yeah.
just a slight colour change that's like, oh, okay.
Or just the direction of the flanks. That's quite cool. And people, wayfinding. If you can't see the toilet sign in the majority of the restaurant, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You need to be able to use the toilet. can find out where it is quickly
straight away,
without having to ask. Like
Mhm.
people have to ask where the toilet is. It's a pain in the arse,
Yeah.
and it's taking up your staff's time when they should be looking after the
tables,
clientele.
yeah. Mm.
So that's important, really important, and compliance.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about compliance, like what is included in that. You know, sometimes we have to get building control involved. So what would they be looking out for?
So if you're doing a restaurant refurbishment, and you're rewiring lighting, or you're moving a wall, or you're doing any kind of substantial refurbishment, you do need to have a building control sign off. So that equates to either speaking to the council about one of their building control officers, which is slow, or you can use an independent building control officer, which is much faster, but it's a bit more expensive. But it's a lot easier to do that because you can get advice and things like that, and you're not kind of waiting. So that's really important. The other thing that is important is CDM.
Yep.
So construction design management, the law changed in 2015. So whenever you do a construction project, you must, with more than one contractor. So if you're employing a main contractor and they're doing everything, and they're designing it and everything, that's fine. That's what they're taking on, the principal designer role and the principal contractor role. The moment you use more than one contractor, i.e. you're having fitted seating put in by one company, and you're having the walls painted, and you're having electrical work done and things like that, you need to have one person who is responsible for that, the main contractor. And you need a principal designer. So if the main contractor aren't designing it, you need to have a principal designer, or as a client you need to take on that role, and you need to understand what that means. And sometimes I help my clients perform that role by giving them some information about what they need to do, but really you should have somebody who really knows what they're doing in construction if that's not what you do every day. So CDM is really important.
We did a podcast about that, didn't we? Jonathan Rensink. So if you want more information about this, then you can listen to that.
Absolutely. But and suitable for use. Compliance is also LRVs. That's also under building control. So there's an awful lot of building control regulations. And if you're not an architect and you're an interior designer, actually, that's quite a big thing. Interior designers aren't taught all of that at college. So it's really important that you understand where to find the information. And we did a course, didn't we, back then the law changed in 2023. So BSA, Building Safety Act, principal designer is now a different thing to senior principal designer. So it basically means that you've got to make sure, if you're the principal designer, you've got to make sure that building is building control compliant. So it is just about knowing where to find the information. You can't possibly remember the entire building control.
I don't know, you do quite a good job.
No, I don't. There's always something. But it's like you can't remember the whole. It's a massive book. Like section M is just about accessibility. There's lots of different letters. And
in the alphabet,
and in the building control regulations, but it's about making sure that you're just, if you don't know, go and find out. Let's have a podcast about building control. If anyone wants to hear it, please let me know. But it's suitable for use is quite important. So things like one of the things that I was talking to a project manager about when we were in Greece was she was having an awful lot of designers who are not specifying the right fabrics on chairs and seats. So you really need to have like 100,000 rubs on a seat where there's a heavy use restaurant. If you're using a fabric, if you don't want to refurbish it every two or 3 years, you need to have really tough fabrics. You need to be really mindful about what you're doing. And having a faux leather on the seat is really, really, really good for return on investment, because you don't have to change that very often. You can wipe it. If someone spills red wine over it, you just wipe it off with a damp cloth. So that kind of thing, and making sure everything's got the right fire ratings. I mean, there's a lot involved. And it takes years to learn it.
So there is a lot.
So compliance. There you go. Compliance. So the next thing we wanted to talk about was the rise of immersive dining.
This makes us excited.
Oh my
doesn't
God,
it?
I love it. I literally, every time I go out now in my family, I go immersive experiences here.
You did the Minecraft one, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh my God, Minecraft in London.
Mm.
Yeah, the Minecraft experience is brilliant. If anyone's got kids who like Minecraft
Yeah.
or not, who just wants an experience, it is like playing a computer game.
Yeah.
But
you're
in the computer game. It's amazing. My husband just laughed at me because I was just like getting really excited with my 10-year-olds going. "Ah." But it's like it's just all about. It's all about that experience.
Yeah.
It's all about having, and people love having a different experience, like having something new.
Exactly. And I think especially with COVID and we went into lockdown and everyone kind of missed out on that and missed out on doing things and seeing people. So I think, yeah, it's definitely on the rise, isn't it? My son, he's 6, he wants to go to the Titanic immersive experience in London.
Oh, is there a Titanic?
Yeah, so it starts like in the middle of July. So we're talking about it. All he wants to do really is he wants to put his hand in they've got like a bucket of how cold the water was, and he basically just wants to touch that. So
That
I'm not
motivates
sure
you both?
exactly.
Sorry about the pun there.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that.
I liked it. But yeah, we've been to a few, haven't we, recently? What did we do? We
Christmas
did
party.
Yeah, we did the Christmas party, 58th Street. What was her name? Belle Livingstone.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
That was
and she
so
wouldn't let us
good.
take photos.
I
I
know.
was so gutted.
So people just won't believe us that how amazing it is. But I get emails from them still, and they're still running tickets. So definitely recommend it if you're up for it.
Oh, it's amazing in there.
And the food was great as well, wasn't it? And service and everything. It kind of ticked every single box.
We did the post office, didn't we? There's another one as well. I think there's maybe 2 more in central London. But the post office was cool.
It was really good. Scarlett, absolutely. Her little face, she was in absolute awe of the cocktail going, like the airmail one, wasn't she? She was like, oh.
And he said, how many packages do you
Yeah,
want to
that's
pick up?
right, yeah.
Or post or drop off or whatever. But it was funny because it's like all set in the 1940s. They've all got an accent.
Yeah.
They're all American. Are they American?
Yeah.
And it's like designed like a speakeasy.
Yeah, it
So
was
it's
really
like a
good
secret
fun.
bar.
And like even the toilets were nice, weren't they? They had different toilets and everything. So yeah, just they're really good fun, aren't they? Hopefully we'll be able to design something very soon.
Yeah. Well, we are in Covent Garden at the moment.
Trying, aren't we? Trying to get it in there.
Yeah, immersive. So what we're doing at the moment in this restaurant in Covent Garden, the secret restaurant that we're doing, is we're trying to get an immersive experience where we use video on the walls and ceilings and sound. It creates an immersive dining experience, so you feel like you're in somewhere. And it's quite difficult to do, isn't it? 'Cause you have to shut off all the windows. You have to have a flat wall. You have to have lots of different things, and we're learning loads about it.
Yeah, it's really and even kind of fabrics and everything for that, and that's got to be plain. So if they want to use it kind of during the day without the immersive, it's just going to be literally like a blank canvas, isn't it? Really. So we're trying to discuss.
We're sort of weighing
what
up
to do.
on budget as well, and it's going to cost, I reckon, at least 50 grand to get all the equipment in and the content for it as well. But one of the things I love about it is once the equipment's in, the content is like, it's like changing the interior design of the restaurant.
Yeah,
like,
whenever you want to.
or wherever you can afford to do it, or to create a return.
Yeah.
But actually, that's the magic of it. Once it's in, it's a bit cool. So yeah, immersive. I just love it.
We want to try out the dining in the dark. What's it?
The blind one. That's in Clerkenwell.
Yes.
I can't remember what it's called. It's
something black noir or something, isn't it? Like black in French.
It's
noir.
Something like that, isn't it? Yeah. But what you do is you eat in the dark.
Yeah.
And you don't know what you're eating.
I know.
I really want to do that.
We should do that.
We need to do that next Clerkenwell. Let's book it. But but it's. I went to New York recently, and we went to the Mercer Labs, and that was amazing. I mean, that was just immersive.
Yeah,
it was just beautiful. They were
full on in, aren't you? I think.
Oh my God, it was amazing. And there was a sensory room. There was a room with loads of mirrors and lights in it.
Why were there monkeys in like water and stuff?
So we went into this one room where literally all the walls. It was like a cave, like a curved wall, and all the walls were covered in chrysanthemum flowers, pink chrysanthemum flowers. And then every now and then there'd be a screen. One was like on the floor, a little like a little sort of a little archway,
Like a little mouse
a little
house.
mouse house, yeah. But like a bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
And then there was another one where there was just a few screens dotted around, and the music that was coming out was really beautiful, and it felt like you were in a spa. And then they had cocktails with flowers, like edible flowers in, which Liam was like, whoa, and bubbles in the bottom. And then they had these monkeys.
Yeah, I
like,
didn't.
on the screens. They were just monkeys with crowns on. They were like AI created monkeys. They weren't real monkeys.
No, like floating in the water.
It's very weird, but very cool. Like I've never been anywhere like that before. That felt like that. And then they had all these different things that you colour in, and then they scan it, and then the thing that you coloured in
Was on the screen.
was on the screen walking along.
They have that at Culture to Zoo.
Do they?
Yeah, so they have, depending on the theme, they had like dinosaurs, I think, last time, and then you colour it in and, like you say, scan it, and then they had like a turtle one, and there was like little turtles, or you could colour in a fish. Yeah, it's really clever, isn't it?
It's really cool. And then there was like a screen that you would draw, and it was just endless things. I could have spent all day in there.
Yeah.
I think my husband got really bored. But and we went to we also went to the Museum of Modern Art, which was really fun. But I wasn't really bothered about all the landmarks in New York. I just wanted to go in the museum and the art stuff.
Yeah, that's good though. It's what you love.
It is. So immersive dining is huge, and it's coming, and I think it's going to get more and more.
Yeah.
Prominent in everyone's towns, because at the moment it's in the cities, but I think it will filter out into the towns as well, and everyone will have an immersive dining experience somewhere
at some point. Yeah, definitely.
I'll tell you what we did. We went to the drag queen bar in Colchester. Didn't we?
We did. Yeah.
That's a bit immersive.
Yeah, that was good fun.
That was so fun.
Yeah. I went there the other week as well. We did karaoke.
Did you? Oh my god, was it fun?
It was so fun.
You're such a karaoke queen.
So yeah.
So, what is our favourite restaurant? This is a really difficult one.
I think it's really difficult because, I don't know if I could put my finger on one restaurant and say I loved it. I could probably pick a few places that I'm like, the interior is beautiful here and I love the food here. I don't know, this is quite harsh, but I don't know if I've been anywhere that has done the whole package. Unless we've designed them, obviously.
Of course. I tell you what, the Forge Kitchen is up there. I do like the Forge Kitchen.
Yeah.
Cheryl and I designed that a few years ago, mainly Cheryl. But that was that they've got it right in there.
We did that for your hen do, didn't we? Yeah.
Oh, and they've got all those drinks.
Yeah,
the steam.
Did you have something in like a witch's hat or something?
Yeah,
like
we
that?
had like it's just like a top hat made out of metal, upside down, with loads of cocktails.
Yeah.
And it's just brilliant. It's just so much fun.
That's
immersive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But they just do really good food. It's just really chilled. It feels like you could just chill there for hours, and no one's going to chuck you out or anything. It's they just look after you.
Yeah, that's nice.
And you get small plates and loads of cocktails. Cocktails are just brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think that makes it
Danger.
immersive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cocktails. If you do cocktails really well, like Mr. Fogg's.
Yeah.
Mr. Fogg's makes a Negroni in a mechanical thing on the back of the bar in one of their restaurants.
I think I've seen a video of it actually.
Yeah, I had a client who wanted to do it, and we did a whole lot of research into it. It was brilliant, and I mean, that kind of thing is it just brings people.
Yeah, Scarlett and I went to London the other week, and we went to a place called Happy, which is apparently very TikTok famous. Obviously, Scarlett is younger and cooler than me, and she was like, "We've got to go here. We've got to go and try it." And we went in, and I ordered, I can't remember what it was called now, but a cocktail, and it came out in a pirate treasure chest, and then you opened it up, and all this like smoke come out, and it was like this purple. It was like almost fluorescent purple, but it was really lovely, like looking. It was very, very sweet, but yes, it is like the cocktails, and like people will like look, thinking, oh, what what have they got on their table? And it's just about creating kind of hype, isn't it? Really, I think.
Yeah, and experiences, like you buy a drink and it's just a drink. You buy one of those and it's like, oh,
yeah, and I was like, oh, let's
got a
video
wow
it. Yeah.
But people will love that, and I've been in so many immersive places where they don't do the food and drink very well because they don't have to.
They don't need to, do they? It just draws people in.
It will turn. I think that people will start catching on.
Yeah.
Actually, you need to do food good.
Yeah.
As well,
Definitely.
there'll just be more competition.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think your Forge Kitchen. I
Swire,
love Swire.
Yeah.
I love the Ivy. All of the Ivies. The Ivy Asia is my favourite, I think. But all of them, they just, when you go into the Ivy, you just feel like you're being treated.
Yeah.
Don't you? We had a
we did
in Covent Garden, didn't we?
Yeah.
And you just like, there's just so many things that from an interior design perspective, it's just so inspiring.
Yeah, all the artwork and like this, it's like the small detail of it all, isn't it? Like there was like some paneling, wasn't there? And like the wallpaper and everything just looked, it was wallpapered panels, wasn't there on the back?
And upholstered panels, obviously, so good at those.
Yeah, it just, was lovely. And the toilets, obviously.
I didn't see the toilets.
No. I took a video, very pink.
Put it on social.
Yes, no.
So I'm sorry that we've had to finish this off in the studio. I hope that gives you an idea of how to design your restaurant a bit better.
Yeah.
And how to make your restaurant more successful, or if you're a designer, how to make your projects more successful. If there's anything you want to hear us talk about, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what ideas you have for the future of the Interior Design Podcast.
Yeah, lovely.
We've got loads of exciting things coming up. We've done loads of recording. We have got a new editor, Emily.
She's in the background.
And Emily's going to help me edit a little bit more often, so we can try and do a bit more podcasting for you. And if you like this podcast, please subscribe and share it with anyone who you think might find it interesting or useful. Our socials are interiordesign.podcast. We're on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So if you can't see us and you want to see us,
come and watch.
Crack on YouTube, go and subscribe on YouTube. If not, carry on Spotify. We'll keep talking.
Yeah, come and check out our lovely skirts.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Follow us on socials, interiordesign.podcast. Thanks for listening.